to adjust your seat as you find your seat. Affirm that your practice has begun. And please affirm that you can steer this practice towards your own well-being, to accommodate your body, your mobility, your level of energy. Or maybe just bring your hands towards your heart to seal that affirmation that you will take good care of yourself. And lowering your hands to your thighs. Take a moment to look around in the space that you're at. Just sweeping your gaze and allowing your eyes to land on one object. Just let it land. And as your eyes land on this object, maybe there is a quality that comes to mind, an aspect of this object, maybe a feeling, a memory. For a moment, allowing your mind, your heart to rest on this object. Acknowledging what you see, maybe allowing your exhale to take the form of a sigh. Resting your sight, your breath. And then moving your eyes away from this object. Let your gaze be soft. And notice if there is a sound that you pick up on. It could be far away or close by. You might even find that you're tilting your head as if you're seeking for a sound. As if moving your head helps you to pick up on subtleties. Maybe you can focus in on what is most prominent, which sound you are drawn to the most, and it doesn't have to be something you like. It's not about like or dislike, it's about awareness and acknowledgement. And there might be a quality to the sound, a thought. And as you acknowledge this quality, this feeling, as you acknowledge the sound, exhale with an audible sigh, bringing both the sound and the breath to rest, to settle. Maybe you can pick up on a smell, a fragrance, something lingering in the air. And maybe all the smells have become so familiar that it's difficult to differentiate. Maybe you're even lifting your head, searching the air for something that stands out from the rest. Acknowledge that smell, that fragrance, Again, if it's not about liking or disliking, it's what moves in your space, what's available, what's there. Exhaling with a sigh and acknowledgement, settling the smell, the breath. Swallow and acknowledge the taste in your mouth. And feel the weight of your hands or the placement of your hands on your legs, your knees, wherever they rest. Maybe there's a specific quality to this touch. And in acknowledgement, take a breath and exhale with a sigh. Allowing the sensation of touch, the quality of that touch, to rest and settle with your breath. The eyes are soft, the muscles around the nose, the ears, the jaw, the throat. The breath flows smoothly. And feeling out with every breath, every acknowledgement of each breath, your body feels centered and relaxed. Or maybe a little bit more centered and a little bit more relaxed. Lower your chin to your chest and circle your chin towards your right shoulder. As if you're moving to the rhythm of your breath, and then chin back to center and towards your left shoulder. Back to center towards the right. And back to center towards the left. Savoring these movements, back to center. When your chin has reached center, lift it up. Keep lifting your chin as if you're looking to the sky. Stay long through your spine. Sit down, lengthen, look up. And then lower your chin. You're looking over the horizon and down. And lifting the head. The gaze is soft, and lowering your head. And the next time you're lifting your head, looking over the horizon, hold your head there, so hold your gaze. Circle your shoulders forward, circle your shoulders back, and then just keep on moving your shoulders. You can move them backwards, forwards. Let your arms follow, let the shoulder blades follow, let the torso move, and then maybe even alternating the rotations as if you're swimming. Get a feeling what's happening around the neck, the shoulders, the arms, the torso, the waistline, the hips. And then relaxing your shoulders, bring your hands to your shoulders, the elbows are out. On an in-breath, lengthen your spine, reach your elbows wide, and as you exhale, draw your waistline back and bring your elbows towards each other. Dip your chin. On the in-breath, lift up. And on the exhale, bowing forward, bringing your elbows towards each other. The inhale, lift. the exhale folds. And find your rhythm. Find the rhythm of your own breath as you move. Noticing if you have adjusted your feet. You're welcome to move your feet, especially if they get cold. And the next time your chest is lifted, the elbows out will twist, bringing the right elbow towards the left knee. It doesn't have to be a deep twist, so even if it's just in the direction of the opposite knee, left elbow to right knee. And back to center, hold it. I'm going to repeat that twist. Notice how long you want to stay in the rotation. So as you bring your elbow towards your knee, there's a point where the breath might feel strained. Ease up a little bit. Allow your breath to flow smoothly. And notice if you want to come up, so back to center on the inhale or the exhale. Once you're back to center, notice if you want to twist in the opposite direction on the inhale or the exhale. And hold it. Notice the quality of your breath. And coming back to center, relax your arms. Notice how your body is feeling after these first movements. If the movement helps you to settle, acknowledge these sensations, maybe with an audible exhale, a sigh, and let that sigh settle you into your seat, into your practice. Bring your hands back to your shoulders. Bring your right elbow to your left knee. Hold it there. And then lift your, so extend or lift. I don't have a lot of space behind me, so I'm just going to lift my left arm, opening it up to the side. And then come back to center and change, bringing the left elbow to the right knee. Maybe you can extend your arm behind you. Maybe you're just lifting the arm up, opening into the chest. And coming back to center. So we'll do two more. Elbow to knee, open the top arm. And back to center. Elbow to knee, change sides. Lift your top arm. And back to center. And once more, elbow to knee, lift the top arm. And back to center, elbow to knee, opposite side, lift the top arm, and back to center. Relax your arms, move your jaw, maybe your nostrils. Focus on softening the muscles around your ears, your eyes, along your hairline and your jaw. Lower your chin to your chest, circle your chin towards your right shoulder. Chin to chest, circle your chin towards your left shoulder. Chin back to center, we'll lift the head, looking over the horizon and then towards the sky. Bringing your gaze back over the horizon, circle the shoulders backward and forward. And then as if you're swimming, just alternate the rotations. You can do forward or backwards and change. So if you went forward, you'll go backwards. If you went backwards, you'll go forwards. Relax the shoulders. Bring your hands to your shoulders. open your chest, lift your elbows, and then bow forward, bringing the elbows together. We'll do 3, opening up, bowing forward, opening up, and bowing forward. The next time you are lifted, hold it, bring your right elbow towards your left knee, and lift your torso, left elbow to right knee, and lift your torso. We'll do 3, so 2 more, right to left, and lift, left to right, and lift. Once more, right elbow to the knee, and lift, left elbow to the knee, and lift. One more, extending the top arm, right elbow to your knee, but this time bring your arm down, so bring your forearm to your knee or your thigh, and extend the arm out towards the sky behind you. Again, your arm does not have to be straight. It can just be lifted, even if it's slightly, softly, as if it's floating up and open. And then back to center, and we'll change. Left elbow towards the right knee. Bring your forearm down if you can, it might just be your hand. And then opening into the upper body by lifting the top arm. It can be a very subtle lift. It can be big and bold. Notice how your breath is moving, the angle of your head, your tongue, your feet. And then coming back to center, relax the arms down. Sit for a moment, noticing the sensations. And if you do pick up on a sound or something you see, something you smell, or the touch, sensation of touch, just acknowledge the sensations as they come to you. Acknowledging your breath, the movement of your breath, the quality of your breath, placement of your breath. And every breath helps you to settle a little bit more into your body, into the experience. And take your right leg, step it out to the side and bring it back. Left leg steps out to the side and bring it back. Again, right leg out to the side. It doesn't have to be a big step. Back to center. Left leg. Back to center. Right leg. Back to center. Left leg. Back to center. Toe wheel your feet a little further apart and windshield wiper your legs. You're welcome to hold on to your seat. Move forward. If you need a little bit more room to move. And then holding the legs still, keep your feet apart but rest your knees in towards each other. You're welcome to manually rotate your thighs in. Resting the knees towards each other, sitting nice and tall. Keep the knees as they are. Float your arms up. Float them forward as if you ever so softly pushing a door open or a curtain. Let your arms draw back towards your body. Out to the side again as if you ever so delicately opening a curtain or a pathway. Let the arms float back towards center, towards your midline, and then float back down. Now move the legs, bringing your feet closer together, opening the knees. Notice if that changed the position of your spine, the way you're sitting, the way you're holding your head, your shoulders, your hands. And let your arms float up. Float forward. Drawing your hands back towards your heart and then out to the side. Back in towards your center and float them down. And as they come to rest, change the position of your legs. This time we'll move into a wide-legged seat. Extending the arms out to this side. Turning your hands into little raindrop hands. So you're bringing all your fingers together as if you're making a raindrop shape with your hands. The fingers face down. Going to start rolling the shoulders forward and then rolling the shoulders back. And you'll notice that the hands follow the movement of the shoulders. Or you can move the hands and notice how the shoulders follow the movement of the hands. Bend your elbows as much as you need to. Let there be a softness, a fluidness to the movements. You're inviting the movements in. It's a soft invitation, a warm invitation. And then we'll alternate the movement, so one shoulder in, one stays lifted or open, and then alternating. It's as if you dropping one shoulder forward while the other opens up, rotates open. If there's any tingling sensations down the arms, maybe bend your elbows more or relax the flexion of the hands, the wrists. Relax your fingers maybe a little bit more. And then relaxing your arms to your thighs. Notice how that feels, where it feels. Lowering your chin to your chest. Sweep your chin to your right shoulder. Back to center towards the left. Back to center. Lift your chin. Lift your gaze. Stay tall through your spine. And lower your head. The gaze is over the horizon. Roll your shoulders forward, roll them back. Alternate rolling them forward or back. And then change the direction. Bring your hands to your shoulders. Open your chest, reach through your elbows, bow forward. And lift the elbows 2 more. Bowing forward, lifting up, 1 more, bowing forward, and lifting up, and we'll twist right elbow to left knee, lifting the back arm, it may be a soft, very gentle, very light sweep, coming back to center, left elbow to right knee, opening the top arm, and back to center. Relax the hands to the legs, take a breath. We'll step the right leg in and step it out. Left leg steps in and steps out, steps in, steps out, left leg in and out, one more, right leg in and out, left leg in and out. Windshield wiper your legs. You can hold on to your chair. If your stance is too wide, then narrow it. Good. Bring your legs back to either a wide-legged stance, or if they're closer together, that's fine. Rest your knees towards each other. Take your right arm, so we're going to push the right arm, palm facing up, across the midline. It's as if you're bringing it through your heart, so there's intention to this movement. And then just sweep it out as far out as you can, all the way to the side, and bring your hand back to your legs. The left arm, so let it cut through your heart, out, as far away as you can without toppling off your seat, and back to your legs. Change the position of your legs, bring your feet together, the knees out. The left hand sweeps through the heart, and from the heart reaching out and back to center, right hand. And back to center, hinge forward, lean a little back, and back to center, twist, right hand to left knee and twist, back to center, left hand to right knee, twist, back to center. Adjust your legs, so your mountain seat. Extend your arms out to the side. You're welcome to separate your legs a little bit wider, so moving your feet apart, your knees apart. Bringing your hands into the raindrop shape. So you'll be able to feel if there's any tingling sensation. We'll flip the hands up and down, rolling the shoulders. So if you start this action by moving your hands, begin to take your attention to the rotation of the shoulder, the movement of the shoulder blades. Maybe your spine is undulating. Let your spine undulate. And then alternate the movement. Relax your jaw. Adjust the movement so that you can stay relaxed through your face, your jaw, tall through your spine. The breath is smooth. So even if it's faster, even if you breathe, if you feel you're exerting energy quite a bit. So it's not the pace necessarily of your breath, it's the quality. Relaxing the arms. Give yourself a moment to breathe, to be, to savor, to linger. Notice if you can stay with the physical sensations, the movement of your breath, or if your attention is catching on a sound, a smell. Maybe you're seeing something. Notice if you can connect that sensation with your breath. So that sense experience, if you can connect it with your breath. Toe your feet closer together if they are apart. Draw your arms back, relaxed arms, relaxed spine. Just sweep them back, forward and up. Very easy sun salutation. Let it be almost as if you're a tree, a young tree blowing in the wind. There's lots of movement as you lift your arms up, sit down and reach up. Forward fold, catch your elbows, bow forward. Coming into a half lift, you can catch your knees, your thighs, a long spine here. A forward fold, either catching your elbows again, supported on your thighs, or you can bow over your legs. And then roll up. If your hands are down low, just sweep them up your legs until you're sitting in your mountain seat. One more, the arms sweep back. A high mountain. A forward fold. Catching your elbows. A half lift. A forward fold. Push into your feet. Use the strength of your core and roll up into your seat. And we'll add an arm variation here. A high mountain, lifting the arms overhead. Take your left arm behind you, opening into a twist. Coming back to center, into your high mountain. Take your right arm behind you, opening into a twist. Back to center, lift both arms overhead, into your forward fold. A half lift, lengthening your spine into your second forward fold, so this fold can drape over the legs. And rolling up, roll up nice and slow, especially if you feel you might get dizzy. Just slow it down. Or maybe stay with folding using your arms. We'll keep on building on that. Arms move back into your high mountain. Sweep your left arm behind you. You'll be in a twist. Keep bringing the front arm down to the outside. So for me it's the right hand. So I'm bringing it to the outside of the left leg, the opposite arm. Okay, it can be on top, can be in between the knees. And then bring your back arm forward, cross it over your midline, catching the opposite knee. Your arms are crossed at the elbows. You can hold on to your knees. If you bowed forward, perfectly fine. Your hands can be on your thighs. Take a breath here. And then we'll reverse that action, bringing your top arm back. Keep swinging it. We'll be back in our high mountain, both arms lift. The right arm spins behind you. You'll be opening into a twist. Bringing the front arm towards the outside of the opposite knee. So it's directional. If it lands on the inside or the thigh, it's the direction that it's going into the rotation. And then take your back arm. Bring it up, forward and over, crossing at the elbows. You're welcome to bow forward here, drawing, puffing up into the back body, especially the back of the neck, the back of the waistline. And we'll reverse that. The top arm circles up behind you, and then both arms. Relax the arms, sweep them forward and up into your high mountain. A forward fold, catching your elbows. A half lift, lengthening the spine. You hinged forward, both sides of your neck equally long, or all sides. A forward fold. And then rolling up into your seat. Take a moment. My toes are getting quite cold. Please move your feet if you need to. You can bounce them. You can curl your toes under. You can rub your feet. Put on socks. Good. We're going to add a variation. Draw the arms back. Forward and up. High mountain. Spin your left arm behind you. You'll be opening into a twist. Bring the front arm down. Cross your midline. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Take your back arm overhead. Cross it over your midline. Catching the opposite leg. You crossed over. Bring your hands to your shoulders. So you're still bowed forward. And then lift your chest. Lift your elbows. And bowing back forward, releasing the hands, and we'll reverse. Take your top arm behind you in your rotation. Swing the arms forward and up, high mountain, and straight into the other side. The right arm behind you. Front arm crosses over towards the opposite knee. The back arm sweeps overhead, crossing at the elbows, opposite knee. You bowed forward. Bring your hands to your shoulders. You still bowed forward. And begin to lift your elbows. Lifting, lifting, lifting. Soft through the jaw, long through the neck. Your chin is reaching forward. The backs of your ears are lifting. And then we'll bow down. Relaxing the hands, bring them to the opposite knee. So you're still crossed at the elbows. Top arm sweeps overhead and back. You'll be in your rotation. And then the backhand down, forward and up. Both hands into high mountain. A forward fold. Half lift. And your forward fold. So here's a good place maybe to rub your feet. Move your toes. And then we'll roll up into our seat. Into your seated mountain. Cross your right leg over the left. You're going to cross over the legs. If crossing this high isn't available to you, just rotating the leg in first of all. So maybe just dipping, taking your foot out to the side and dipping the knee in. You can also place your foot on a block, maybe dip it in, so giving yourself a little bit more height. Maybe if you put a block on the other side. So again, there's different things you can play with, you can experiment with, what works for you. What else can we do? We can cross the leg lower. Okay. Maybe by straightening the bottom leg. Okay. If the legs don't move, we'll have so due to injury or lack of mobility, we will add a variation to the upper body. So there'll be something to do. I'm going to cross my right leg over the left. Sweep the arms back, high mountain. Taking your right arm behind you. And then the left arm forward, so it's to the outside of your knee in a rotation. Bring the back arm forward and up, crossing at the elbows. Bring your hands to your shoulders. Lift your elbows. Lift them a little bit higher. And then lower them down. The next variation, we'll grow it. It's completely optional. So bringing your elbows are crossed, bringing the backs of the hands towards each other. You can also uncross and bring the forearms towards each other. If the forearms stay crossed, the elbows stay crossed, the backs of the hands towards each other, bow forward. And then lifting up again, lifting the arms. And back into your bow. Catching your shoulders. Releasing the shoulders will reverse, so the hands are extended, crossed at the elbows. Take your top arm back behind you. And then sweeping both arms forward and up, release the arms into a high mountain and down. So you were in an eagle pose. A variation of eagle. Let's uncross the legs and change the crossing. Left leg over, it might be different, so you might need to adjust this side maybe. Adding a bit of height. So choose what works for you. And then we'll start. High mountain. Left arm sweeps back. The right arm, the front arm crosses over your midline. The back arm sweeps up and over, crossing at the elbows. Catch your shoulders and begin to lift your chest. Lift your elbows. Maybe you can lift a little bit higher. And then back into your forward fold. If it's available to you, bringing the backs of the hands, the forearms together, you can also uncross the arms. Good. And then begin to lift the torso, lift the elbows. You're in your eagle pose. Lowering down. Keep bowing forward. Catch your shoulders. Release the shoulders. The elbows are still crossed. And then taking your top arm behind you in your rotation. Relaxing both arms as you sweep your arms forward and up. High mountain. And relax them down. Uncross the legs if they're crossed. Inviting the sensations in, allowing them to be what they are. Notice the movement of your breath, your senses. A few moments of allowing the body to process, to integrate, to assimilate. Maybe exhaling with a sigh. Letting your breath drop all the way to your pelvis. Feeling the weight of your hips, the legs. Feel the space underneath your armpits and the placement of your hands. Lower your chin and sweep your chin to your right shoulder. Lower your chin and sweep it to the left. Bringing your chin back to center, lift your gaze, roll your shoulders back, a nice easy roll, roll it forward. We'll shake out the arms. Move your legs, shake your legs. Rub your hands over your skin. You can start with your legs or your arms, just rubbing your hands over your skin. The shoulders, the chest, the belly, and the low back, the hips. And maybe catching your throat. You can tap your face, your skull, your scalp. And then bring your hands back to your heart. Press your thumbs into your sternum. I thank you for joining me today. May your practice be blessed. May you have a glorious day. Any questions or comments, please post them and I will get back to them. And I have a YouTube channel, it's under Nahana Yoga. Also on Instagram, so if you want to practice with me, you are welcome to take a look. Thank you.